So, I've been refreshing the Apple Store page for 3 days straight, and honestly, my refresh key is about to snap off. Like a lot of you, I was sitting there, popcorn in hand, waiting for the new desktop lineup. The event ends, Tim Cook waves goodbye, and the screen goes dark. No new hardware, just a black screen and a very confused community. Within minutes, the forums were absolute chaos. Everyone was convinced Apple had completely killed the desktop line to focus on mobile, and the experts were saying we wouldn't see anything new until 2027. But I'm not buying the Apple is done with desktops narrative. I've spent the last 48 hours digging through back-channel supply chain reports and trade logs, and I found the real reason why you can't buy your new computer today. And trust me, it's not because they're bored. The truth is, we are living through the most insane supply chain bottleneck in modern history, all because of the AI gold rush. You see, everyone from massive cloud providers to private server farms is currently on a mission to build the ultimate AI brain. They are literally showing up to chip factories with blank checks, buying every single stick of RAM and every high-speed storage module they can get their hands on. It's like trying to buy groceries during a hurricane. When Apple goes to their suppliers and asks for their typical order of parts for a new desktop, the factory owners are just shaking their heads, pointing to a mountain of orders from AI giants that pay 3 times the price. Our favorite little silver box is getting pushed to the back of the queue because it doesn't have a data center price tag attached to it. Remember how the base model suddenly got a storage bump a while back? We all thought it was a gift. It wasn't. It was a massive pivot. They realized they couldn't launch the new desktop without the parts to build it, so they did a little inventory dance to keep us busy while they fought for supplies. Now, the word on the street is that we are looking at a late Q4 launch, probably November, which is brutal if you have deadlines for your summer projects. But here's where it gets really interesting, and honestly, a little bit frustrating. Since these parts are now worth their weight in gold, Apple isn't going to absorb the cost. They are passing it right down to us. Every reliable source says we're looking at a $100 AI tax on the entry-level machines. It stings, especially since we're used to a certain price point for these boxes. But before you close this video and go look at a used PC, you need to hear this. Because we've had enough time for these chips to get tested in the laptops, we know exactly what they can do. And let me tell you, if you're a creator, the numbers are actually absurd. If you look at the benchmark data for the base chip, it's not just a minor bump. We're looking at a single core score of over 4,200. That's not a desktop upgrade, that's a generational leap. But the multi-core score, that's where things get weird. It's hitting around 17,500. For the people who don't want to read a spreadsheet, that is the same raw power as the M1 Ultra. The same chip that used to live inside that massive, heavy workstation tower that cost as much as a used car. You are getting that power in a box that fits in your palm. It's like putting a supercar engine inside a compact city car. It just shouldn't work, but it does, and the graphics. They've packed in these new AI-focused visual cores that push the metal score past 75,000. For context, the older generation was barely touching 30,000. You are getting more than double the visual muscle for your edits, your renders, and your local AI work. If you are a professional and you decide to spend the extra cash on the Pro chip, you're hitting multi-core scores near 28,000. That is basically double the performance of the previous generation. It's not just a slight improvement. It feels like the computer is just waiting for you to throw a massive file at it so it can crush it in seconds. So, here's the reality. Apple didn't stop caring about desktop users. They're just stuck in the middle of a global tug of war for computer parts. It sucks that we have to wait until the end of the year, and it definitely hurts that our wallets are going to take a hit. But when these machines finally hit the shelves, they are going to be absolute monsters. I really want to hear from you guys on this one. With the base model performing at this level, does that $100 price hike feel like a fair trade-off to you? Or is this just another example of tech prices going a bit too far? Let me know your take in the comments below. Hit that subscribe button if you want to stay updated when the official launch date drops, and I will see you in the next one.